Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Build and Invest Show. So, today I'm working on shifting this whole platform and idea around Build and Invest to what's the most important problem right now, which now that AI has solved for execution, we can all build way more than we could before. The problem shifts to, can you get customers? Can you consistently get customers? All right. Got a little bad background. Um, so it becomes, can you consistently get customers? Right? So what you want to do is you got to figure out go to market first. So what I've been talking to my team about, and anybody who want to listen, is now that we can build anything, we need to automate the process of testing out ideas before we build. Because the build is not the problem anymore. It is, are people going to buy? So like imagine I was just watching something around this guy who took 2 years building something and nobody bought it. Right? So imagine that. You spent 2 years of your life, how much money, because again, not working and he was only working on this for 2 years, getting ready to push it out. Once he put it out, nobody bought. And I always tell this story with Stack. When I was building Stack, I met with 100 people because I did this with my startup accelerator. We tell founders, talk to 100 people before you build, before you start thinking, talk to 100 people, see if the problem that you're solving works for them. I mean, it's something they care about. So I did that. A bunch of people, a lot of them were like, yeah, I love it. When you have it built, let me know. And realistically, very small percentage of those people actually ever use Stack, even once. So this is what they tell you. They tell you, people are going to tell you, yeah, it's amazing, do it. Or they won't tell you anything. You just think building it is the best thing to do. Then you build it and you realize nobody wants it. So what you got to do is, and I've paid tens of thousands of dollars to learn this lesson. So I'm going to tell you, that's tens of thousands of coaching. I've paid way more in building Stack, which has been we're in the 4th year now of building Stack. I've had a full-time team 4 years, right? So I spent a lot of money building the product, not enough money building the go-to-market. And what happens is you get into this mode where you feel like the product has to be better before I can sell it, right? So what ends up happening is, and if you know the startup world, your product is not going to be good for a while. Even there's companies that I know that got acquired. We use them, and they're still not good, right? So I'm like, what does that mean, for everybody who's in this vibe coding world now thinking, oh yeah, I'll just vibe code it and I'll make $1 million. No, you need to have go-to-market strategy and something in place. So it's a lot of work. It's as much, maybe more than building the product. So what I did, I started it this weekend, but I'm going to show you, because one of the things I've been talking to my team about is we're going to start putting out ideas and seeing who buys before we build the app, right? Why? Why would you do that? Why would you build something, pay, have people pay for something that's not built? Because till they really pay, you don't know if they're going to want to do it. So if you could either keep your costs as low as possible to build it, or build something very simple that they can use, an MVP, minimum viable product, that's the best thing to do. Create landing pages, create some type of lead generator, see if people end up wanting to buy it, and then you go from there. Because the opposite is what most people do. They'll build, and never try to get clients until it's live, it's done, it's perfect, which takes them forever. And then they realize, oh man, nobody wants this. And it literally happened with me, because the problem I thought I was solving for Stack was I thought I was solving. People needed to invest, and I thought people knew that. I thought, all the things like, okay, people know they need to invest more. So if I give them a way to invest more, they're gonna want to do it. Not understanding that's not a hair on fire problem for people. So what they say is people mostly buy things where if your hair's on fire and I offer you a glass of water to put it out, they'll pay for that, right? So I thought people thought this was a hair on fire problem. Like, I'm not saving enough for retirement. If I want to retire, I better start saving more and investing more. So I thought I put that out as a message. Really didn't come back enough. And again, this is all learning. This is entrepreneurship. You have to keep trying different things and see what works. So what I ended up doing is I landed on, what people wanted to do was they wanted to leverage more to get more Bitcoin and Ethereum. They didn't even want to use it to pay bills. So again, just changing the message. And crypto right now, since crypto is down, most people don't want to do it at all. So right now, what we got to do is figure out other ways of making money. So what I've been doing is I've been creating an AI influencer for a new product that I'm building, which now with AI, build them up pretty quickly. If you see on my channel, I've built a bunch of things because, again, building is not the hard part. So let me show you what I'm making now. I'm basically making an AI influencer creator that is going to help me find clients before I build fully out, right? So let me pull up the latest, and actually I'll pull up the Claude Code that's building it, or is it Codex? I don't even remember. Here it is. It is Claude for this one. All right. So what you're seeing here is my AI influencer generator. So if you don't know, if you haven't been a coder ever, or vibe coder, or whatever you want to call yourself, that is the link that links to the project on your local computer. So you can't go to that website and find it. It's only on my computer right now. So I'll start out with so this is the creator tool, right? So I created Mike the Operator. This guy is based on an idea I have for electrician companies. Why electrician companies? So I'm thinking, and this is how you got to think right now. This is serious conversation for entrepreneurs. I'm thinking, what is the business I'm going to try to sell something to that has the most likelihood of existing for the next 20 years? Everybody says plumbers, electricians, the trades, right? So I said, all right, let me try to figure out something to sell to them. I'll still have, I got so many things going on in the background. I have my OpenClaw helping me build a bunch of things. Stack is still going. We're building for AI agents. But now that it's so easy to build things, why not try more? Like, I think about the guy, Peter Levels. If you don't know who Peter Levels is, this is going to be a lesson for you. And he is an influencer, but he's a real person, right? So, his name is literally, wow, that was crazy. I didn't even have to type it. See this guy? He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 streams of income. Maybe this doesn't make him money. I think maybe not. But he shows, he always says, look, you can't just work on one idea, because one idea could go really crazy and then come down really quickly. And I just witnessed that with Stack. To be honest, we were doing amazing. Crypto starts to go down and people don't want to do it anymore. So I wasn't as diversified as I should have been, right? But again, there's still people doing it, using it, but not as much as before, right? So you could have an MRR, monthly recurring revenue, that's very high for your business, and it could come down really quickly. And those are outside factors, right? So what he always says is you want to have as many things as possible. The problem was this guy's a expert programmer and he could build things super easy, but now we all can be a Peter Levels, right? So I'm like, all right, I definitely could do what he does. The difference of what he does well is he's an influencer on Twitter. Look, he has almost 1 million followers. When he posts something, it gets a lot of views. But this is not the only way he makes money off his products. He does SEO. He does a bunch of different things. I think he mostly does SEO in his own personal brand. But he makes millions of dollars a year. You know, he has all these products. He maintains them himself because he's the Claude Code before Claude Code. He could just code anything up himself, and he just works all day on his own stuff. You know, one man band. I don't even think he has any employees. So I said, okay, let me start figuring that out. I do have a team. I'm not a one man band. But again, I don't have any full time employees. I have all freelancers. We all make our own stuff, but we work together. So this is Mike the electrician. This is the pictures. So this is how I got to this. I asked ChatGPT. I said, look, I have a product I want to sell to electrician companies or electricians. I want to make an influencer. Can you give me the image prompt? So it gave it to me. And I was like, you know what? I want to build this into Navo because I want to start trying this. We're going to try it with a bunch of different influencers, a bunch of different products, and see which products people like more, and then we'll build the product. So I started out with this guy. So let's go to the influencer section, right? So this is where I started to create him looking like he's on the job. You know, he's actually, can you see that? Let me make sure. He's on the job working. And then I said, okay, what are all the things I have to do to make sure he is consistent? Whenever I pull up an image of him, he stays looking the same, sounding the same. So I had to build all that in. And of course, it's just Claude Code going back and forth. And then I said, okay, the images are looking very similar each time. He does tend to have devices in his hands a little bit too much, so I had to fix that. Then I got to the point, I said, all right, now I want to make videos of him. Right? So here's an example.
You'd think running an electrical company is about the work.
So, okay, that one, I kind of made his voice slow because I picked too long of a timeline. I'll show you this one.
Nobody tells you this about running an electrical company, but you think the hard part is the electrical. It's not.
So, right, that's another.
The hard part is getting consistency, same job, different result every time.
And it was pretty crazy is that looks very real, man. And it didn't take much. Like, it didn't take a lot of money, a lot of time. Look how much I spent on this so far. All of this and all the videos, I spent $13, $14 almost to do all of that. Right? So imagine if I tried to hire an actor to be this character. I would have to hope this guy is available all the time I need him. I had to hire a video person. I had to hire him. Or maybe I would be the video person, but let's take myself out the game. I'll have to hire a video person. He would have to have all this stuff, right? Or we would have to rent it, right? This is all like old school thinking, like pre-social media. You would have had to do all these things. Then social media, you would have found a person who's an influencer, possibly turned them into this, right? Now, $14. I got how many videos here? Let's see. I got, look at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I got like a ton of images that I've been testing. Then I created a woman. This one hasn't come out as well yet because what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to test if a woman will draw in more leads or a man for electrical business. And of course, everybody would think a woman is going to draw in more leads than a man, but you don't know that, right? You could think anything you want, but the truth is in the data, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to test it. I'm going to make different channels and I'm going to create. And again, remember, this is $15. I could have created like 4 videos by now. I'm just learning what I want to do with this character. So while I built this, I'm still thinking it through. So why I wanted to make this video today is because I want you to start thinking, how can AI make me money? So you can only make money if you have a client. So if you don't have a way of bringing in clients, it doesn't matter what you build, right? Because this is the part everybody doesn't think about. Okay, your app is built. It's amazing. Looks amazing. Works amazing. Now what? How are you going to get people to pay for it? And what people tend to do is they go for consumer style apps, which means you need a lot of people. Let's say you say, all right, all I got to make is $10, $50 a month. If I get 1,000 people, that's $50,000 a month. You know how hard it is to get 1,000 people to pay $50 a month? Very hard. There's something called churn, which means they might pay $50 a month one time, maybe 2 times, but they're not paying it every single month for years and years and years. There's very few businesses where they do that. One is a cell phone. That's why I'm working on phone.org. So the hard part is if you're going consumer, those are the hardest businesses to make. If you're trying to get people to pay you consistently, individuals, hardest things to do. What's easier is getting businesses to pay you because businesses have money every month coming in and they have problems that you can solve. And if you can solve one of those problems, they'll pay you $100 a month, $500 a month, $5,000 a month, right? So now we're talking, right? So you don't need, so let's say we just take that same idea to get to $50,000 a month. You need 1,000 people paying you $50 a month or 10 people paying you $5,000 a month. Which do you think is easier? I'll tell you right now, it's the 10 people paying 5,000. Way easier than getting 1,000 people to consistently pay you $50 a month, right? So what I'm thinking now is I'm saying, okay, Stack was a version of both. There were businesses that were using it. There were people that were using it, but I'm going B2B straight with this idea. So I'm basically trying to draw in electrician business owners, and I have a solution to a problem that I think that they have. So what I'm doing is I'm saying, okay, not only I'm going to cold call, I'm going to have other people cold call electricians. Another thing is a very big market. There's like 30,000 of them in the tri-state area alone. So that's amazing. Then there's the fact that they are AI future proof, right? Because again, AI needs electricity. Robots need electricity. Electric vehicles need electricity. Homes need electricity, right? So I think it's a very good niche to be in. So I'm going to spend time trying to get into this niche. I'm going to try to get into a niche, and then I'm going to try to raise how much per month I can get from each electrician. And let's see how that goes. And again, I can automate most of it with my understanding of AI now. And if it works and I just need to do more, I'll do more. Personally, if it can just run on itself and make a little bit of money, but it's still enough to like maintain itself and make profit, why not, right? This is where business, you got to understand. If you got a business and it makes $1 more than you spend, then it can make $2 more than you spend. It can make $10 more than you spend. It can make $1 million more than you spend. So you just got to get it to the point where it's making more than it spends. So when I think about this, I say, okay, I could have made a few videos for $5. So let's say I want to get to 10 videos. And I say on average, each video is $5. So now I'm spending $50 on 10 videos. And by then, I should start to see if people resonate with this. And let's say 10 is not enough. Let's say I spend $100, 20 videos. $100. If one client comes along, I'll make more than $100. If it doesn't, it was a $100 test before I went all out and build a whole business, right? So this is how you got to think now. So I'm going to try to keep building this right now with you here so you can see how I'm doing it. So one thing I started to do was I got these 2 levels. I have the character creator, which is here. So what I'm trying to do, and maybe I should just stick with this one for now, but I'm going to show this to you. I'm trying to have this thing where I can tell it, here's my goal as a and this is what I want this influencer to do, right? So target audience, right? So right here I have electrician company, right? So what's another idea? All right, let's say plumber. Plumbing company owner, right? Business model: sell a $500 a month, $2K up front, implementation, AI implementation, something simple. Something simple. I'm just thinking of ideas. Content niche: helping plumbers land more jobs. Again, right? Like thinking about things that would draw in plumbers. Like I don't care if this thing gets 5 views if I get a lead. That's the thing. A lot of people think, oh, it got to get a lot of views. You don't got to get a lot of views if you make $500, right? Like, again, if you got, and this was happening with me with Stack. You know, Stack, I mean, my YouTube doesn't get millions of views, but the views it was getting was creating customers. Now, it wasn't creating thousands of customers, right? So that was difficult. But the overall, I was getting customers with very little views. So, okay. Character vibe, I'm going to leave that empty. So now, I didn't say the gender, but let's see. I wanted to kind of do a random version. I named Claire again. Oh, it used the same woman. So, okay, this is a problem, right? Okay, so I got an error. So, okay. Okay, the problem I just saw as I created a new character, when I pressed new character, it still kept information from the previous character. And I want each field to get generated by AI before I press the create image. So when I give you the goal and everything, I want there to be a button or something that I press so it generates all the information. And then I can lock each one that I'm like, okay, I like this, but I want to try another prompt for the rest. Does that make sense? So Claude is pretty fast. I have on Codex, I have the higher level, so it takes a little longer. But Claude, see how fast that is? New character should clear everything, reset all fields. The flow is already supposed to work that way. Generate identity should fill in all. Okay. Let me fix both. So, okay, so it's doing that. So, yeah, so basically, the idea, my goal is to kind of do something like this, right? Where I have a bunch of different things that I manage and I see what works. And I know that's not what is normally told to you. They say focus. The problem with focus is you could be focusing on the wrong thing. You know, like I believe long-term Stack is an amazing product, but right now, crypto's so down, the market is so bad. If I was a startup that raised money, I would have had to close the company. But because I self-funded, I can keep open and wait till the market gets good again. But now I have all this learning and I got multiple years of data that I can use. Even though right now is the best time to be investing. If you believe in Bitcoin and Ethereum, the prices are down. But I also have to come to terms with you can't fight human nature, right? So humans they want to gamble. They don't want to invest. So what I have to do is build a product that forces them not to gamble, even though they're gambling. They think they're gambling. So I have ways, I have ideas. AI is going to help me do that. But also, truthfully, this might just be an AI agent company. Humans may use it, and we're going to force them to use it the right way. We're not going to allow them to gamble. But AI agents won't do human emotional things that are bad. Server is up. Go test. Okay. Where'd it go? All right. So yeah, so this is where I'm like, I need to diversify. I don't want to only be relying on one, because again, I don't know what's gonna happen. Like, what if Chase starts doing this and everybody uses Chase instead of Stack? Then I'm done, right? Like, at the end of the day, you gotta have multiple streams of income. Especially now, you can't. AI could take anything out, right? All right, so let's do it again. We're gonna create new character. All right. Plumbing company owners. Selling a $1,000 a month service with a $5,000 implementation fee. Plumbers making $1 million or more. I'm gonna generate identity. Something broke. So I'll take this screenshot, give it to Claude, see what they say. So again, the overall goal is create content to draw in customers, because there's only a few ways you're going to get leads. You're either creating organic content, paid ads, warm introductions, cold outreach. Right? Those are the 4 ways. So, cold outreach, hardest thing, smallest percentage of conversions. Warm introductions, highest conversion, but lowest, to get. It's hard to get them. Referrers are the best type of salesperson, but that's not easy to get. Paid advertising, you got to pay for it, right? And yes, you'll draw in people, but it's good to understand what to make an ad first, like what's resonating. So that's where organic content is the best thing to do, written and video, right? So that's what my plan is. I'm going to, and there's another thing that I just saw this today. If you got a business account or a personal account, that same account can post the same thing every day, and the personal account will make 20 times more in views, followers, and all that. So if you don't want to be the personal person for that, now you can create one. And yes, some people are going to be like, oh, but that's not honest. But look at commercials, right? They like Flow of Progressive, right? She's a character for Progressive. Do you know what the real CEO looks like of Progressive? No. But that Flow girl's been on TV for 20 years, right? And the State Farm guy, all those people are actors. They're not really that person. So why can't you create your own actor that is your spokesperson? And that person will never leave your company. They'll never, negotiate a deal that you don't want to pay, right? Like I remember a couple years ago, the guy, what was it? Can you hear me now? That guy I think it was on Sprint, or he was on one carrier, and then they stopped using him. So another phone carrier used him in their ads, but he was super popular. But I guess what he did was, at a certain point, he was like, yo, I'm so popular, you got to pay me more. And the phone company was like, we're not paying you more. So he left and went to another phone company. And truthfully, I know this is like anti-human thought, but this is what's going to happen. Business owners are going to do what makes them money. And if you are a business owner, you get to make that choice. If you're not a business owner, you're just going to be on the other side of the window looking in, and hoping somebody hires you one day, maybe. Okay, so it did not work, and I just gave it to them. All right. So I think about that, right? And I think every business is going to want their own, even if you are a CEO. Even if you are a CEO like me that creates content, I'm still going to create an influencer for Stack, right? Why not? Why wouldn't I do that? So my goal, actually, we're gonna start that today. I'm gonna make any business I create is going to have an influencer that is the spokesperson for that business, because more content going out is more likely to earn you business. So why not do it? Yeah, people don't like AI, all that. You don't need a lot of people to like your business to make $1 million a year. It doesn't take that many people to make $1 million a year. But 0 people, you're not making $1 million a year. So if you're, I don't want to do this because of this and that, AI is bad. All right. Let's hope the government gives you assistance, because that's your only option. If wages go away, there's only 2 options. You either have investments that you can live off for years and years and years, because like I showed yesterday on yesterday's live stream, transitions take decades, if not generations. So if you're being transitioned right now, you better do whatever you got to do. And that's what I'm doing. All right, so let's start with Stack. All right, so wait. This is actually for phone, because phone is for... I'm going to do for phone, okay. People who want to earn Bitcoin and Ethereum by just paying their cell phone. That's the target audience. This phone service allows you to invest $1,000 a year by just paying your cell phone bill. You get $1,000 invested in Bitcoin and Ethereum, $500 each. I don't... let me see. What should I say? Content niche. Let it think about it. And again, I don't know either. I don't think anybody knows. They just guess. I guess it's going to break again, probably. And this is the beauty, too. I can have that same person try 1,000 different ideas. Yes, it's going to cost me money. Let's say it's $5 a video. That's going to cost me $5,000. But again, I have a way to make money on that. It's different, right? Like if you're starting out and you're trying to figure out if this is a viable idea, it's better to spend some money figuring that out before you go crazy. All right, so Anya Sharma. All right, let's see what this means. Presents a Feminine Pro 30 to 38 almond shade. All right, cool. I'm gonna save this one, and then I'm gonna generate 8 images. So then you can pick different things here, which after, right? So the idea is eventually there will be, you pick the influencer, then you will pick a script and a background, and it will create images like this, like the ones I was showing you of the other guy. Right? It will create images like this, and then I will make videos like this, right? And I can make a different video. So this one he's talking. Oh, it's not the video. This one he's inside a house doing work. This one he's outside of a house. This one he's like in a like maybe an office, right? This one he's next to his truck. So I can like create different settings for the videos, right? But the core concept is the same. And I watched a video about people selling hundreds of thousands of dollars of products with fake influencers that are fake, right? There's a woman that says she's like 128 and she looks young, and she's selling a supplement, and that supplement has sold 250 grand over the last, I don't remember how many months. But it's clear she's fake. She says I'm 128 years old. Now, maybe some people still believe that. But, all right. Let's see. That's the thing, right? Okay. It made this decision based on my goal. Who am I to say, oh, it's wrong? I could just spin up a page, make 20 videos, schedule them, have one come out every day, or 30 videos, make one come out every day for 30 days and see what happens. And I believe I can create a video for pretty cheap. So let's say I take one of these. The only problem is she doesn't look the same in a lot of these videos. Like this person and that person look a little bit alike. This person doesn't look the same though. This person doesn't look the same as this person. This person you can't really see. Weird angle. See, like this person don't look the same to me. But let's say I take this one. And I say save as character. Let's just see. Okay. Now I'm going to go to here. I'm going to render an image. Let's see if it keeps her same image. And again, like I'm using multiple. This is Claude. This is ChatGPT. You can see that the interface looks very different. And again, I don't care about any of that right now. I just care about it working. Eventually, I'll make it look pretty. Again, this is just for me. It's my own personal software, personal influencer generator, right? So far, 13 cents is saying, but I don't see an image. Oh, yeah. All right, cool. All right, looks cool. All right, so now I'm going to use as a character reference, as a shot reference, right? So that means like it's going to use this for the video. So now I'm going to make a video. So this is where I kind of wanted it to write a script here, but I'm going to do it in ChatGPT. Can you write me a script for a virtual influencer for Stack that teaches... I guess the problem we solve with Stack is most people pay their cell phone every month. Well, this is actually for phone. This is not for Stack. Sorry. The problem we solve for phone is most people are not investing at all. But by using phone, you invest $1,000 a year while paying for your cell phone. So can you give me a script that's not too salesy, that will be for a 15-second short? 15 to 30 seconds short. All right, so I mixed a couple things, so I'm going to change this. All right, so I'm going to delete this because I was just talking. Okay, let's see. All right, let's see. I'm going to take this one sentence. I'm going to take 4 seconds. Sentence she's going to say. Let's see. So estimated cost, this is going to be 60 cents for, and then the image was 13 cents. So 73 cents so far. But this is only one clip, right? I may need another shot of her for another sentence. We'll see. Check status. All right, let's see.
Most people don't invest at all. Most people don't invest at all.
That's crazy. Like, if you think about what just happened right now.
Most people don't invest at all. Most people don't invest at all.
That's pretty crazy. All right, so now let's make another. We're gonna make the next sentence. I may need to create another shot of her though. I'm gonna make another image because it's kind of weird to have the same exact. So what I believe it's doing, and I don't know for sure, I forget what I made it do, but I believe it's gonna take this same look, everything, and just bring it into another It didn't keep her clothes. Okay, use a shot reference. Okay, see, so this is a problem that I need to fix, right? Let me ask it. Okay, so I found a problem that I want you to help me figure out and fix. I have an image I like. I want to create a video using this person. But I want to create different shots of her with the same clothes, with everything the same, so it looks like the same video. But when I press render image again, she has a totally different outfit. How can we keep the same outfit so I can make a video using the same exact lighting, outfit, background once I choose one? This is in the influencer section. Let me give it the link actually. So if you see, right, like I'm just having a conversation with a computer to build. Like if you know about video production, you know how hard just getting this even is. Like crazy. It's wardrobe, model search, lighting, location, audio, video, art director, creative. This is like an army of people it takes to do this. Now, you just saw I did it in like 10 minutes. And yes, a lot of it was built. I've been building it. Let's say a couple hours, realistically. But in a couple hours where I do like 1,000 other things at the same time. It's not like my main thing. All right, let's see what it's gonna do. Add lock look like that. That's cool. Let's see. Okay. Where is... I lost the chat window. There it is. All right. Okay, he's going. Current video source, but why? I didn't set that. All right, use as video source. Use as character reference. Use as shot reference. I want to render another image like this. Add identity photo. Let's see. Oh, no. All right, set shot reference. Oh, forget it. All right, this is for me to bring in stuff externally. Render again. Hopefully it keeps that look again. But again, look, now she got a different outfit, so that could be another video. She does have the same background, so I don't think I would want to use it so exact, because then it already is a little too clean. It looks kind of fake, like AI. It's a little too nice looking. It should be a little more like imperfect. But this is like advertising agency stuff. Like this is what it would look like. But you would need a team and a half. Like I've done jobs like this where I had to hire makeup artists, wardrobe artists, hairstylists, stylists, audio engineer, DP, cameraman, art director, creative director, script writer. Is all like, this is what video shoots are. huge productions. You got to pay for the location, find the location, right? So it ends up looking like this though. And I have videos of stuff I've done like this. I did a real nice one for Pepsi a lot of years ago for like the CMO of Pepsi. We had to do something in Times Square where he's talking, and it was like a whole thing. But now I just marvel at what is possible now with so little. It's just like, I can't wait to really start telling stories and doing storytelling stuff. Again, all this I'm setting up to create a content engine, because a content engine is what businesses need now. The CEO, the founder needs to be a person out there. You're probably going to create mascots like this. Podcast, live streams like I'm doing now. It's going to be, if you're in business, you're going to be in an entertainment. Like, it's funny, there was this post today actually on X, which is so true, that you should learn now. If you don't know this already, I'm telling you, this is what happens. This is it right here. Tech has entered its funniest era. You can spend 3 months building a product just to discover the real job is making short videos about the product. That's what it's about. Like, you're going to be creating content about your product in ways that are not obvious that you're selling your product, you know? So again, same exact shot, but just... All right, so now server's up. Okay. The issue I have right now, though, is that... Hold on. Now it's too similar. I want to figure out how to like create different shots with the same look. But let me see. I haven't tried it. I pressed that before you made the update. Let's see. So do another render. Wait, but where's the lock look? Hold on. I probably messed that up. So look, so far I spent $1. But again, once you have it, like, it might take $50 to figure exactly out the look, the different looks, how the video looks, how she sounds, how he sounds. But that is so much cheaper. An actor is going to cost way more than $50 every single time. Okay. It's like the exact same shot, though. Yeah, it looks like the exact same shot. Instead of looking like the same person in a different environment or different... Like, because this is the truth, right? Right now, her background is cool, but it looks a little too perfect. I want to see her with the same exact outfit, looking the same exact way in a different background. But I don't know how to do that right now. I'm sure it's not built, but that's the overall goal. I want to see her with the same outfit, look, but in a different background. What can we do? And in a different angle, you know, like just different, because you don't want to have the same shot in every sentence. You want to change her look and her angle and shot per sentence. How can we do that? See, every now and then though, it'll go into plan mode, but I like to work like this. I don't like to over plan. I think a lot of people over plan, and that slows them down. They'll go through the plan, it goes through a whole thing, it does it. It just takes so much longer to get to the point where I am. I'm seeing it, I'm trying it, I'm finding the problems, I'm fixing the problems. Once I fix the problems and it solves my issue, I will clean it all up. But over planning, I don't think it's a good way. I think it's the way developers do it. But product managers, I took a product management course a long time ago. And it's all about iteration. Get it out there, see what happens, make iterations. Have a reason why you're making that iteration and have it be testable, right? Like, okay, I'm making this choice because I think it'll do this to the numbers. Put it out, see if it does that to the numbers. If it doesn't, okay, it didn't work. If it does, it worked. Now, what else are you going to do to grow the numbers, right? So that's product management, and I think about it like that. Now we all are product managers and creative directors. Because again, you think I like looking at it and it looks ugly like this? No. I like the Claude design better. Claude designs things better by default. But I don't care right now. It's not about design. This is about work, how it works. And this is a horrible design, to be honest. But I'm just trying to get it to work. Okay, so it's doing that. I'm going to make a new character for Stack. Target audience is crypto enthusiasts that really believe in Bitcoin and Ethereum and want to own as much of it as possible. The business model is there's an app where you can put cash or Bitcoin and Ethereum in and borrow to invest more or borrow to spend, and the app will protect your liquidations. Content niche, I don't know. So let's generate. Okay, servers back up. Let's see. Lock look. Okay. So what was that? Lock look. All right. Outfit locked. New renders keep same clothes and styling. Change background. Yep. All right. So now let's see if it works. Video. It should change angles too, but let's see. Shot type, angle, pose. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Let's see this one. All right, so it generated the same name. Oh, Anya Vance this time. Oh, JD Vance's wife. That's funny. All right, let's see. It's funny that it's making them Indian, I believe. Let's see. That's funny. Is that the same shot? It looks like the exact same shot. All right. 853. Yep. Literally the same exact shot. All right, let me tell it. Let me try one more and I'll tell it if it did it again. All right, let's see what we create here. Oh, that's the difference. She's smiling here. Big difference. But it's cool. See a smile versus not. I think the blue was better. The blue blazer is better though. So it was pretty much the same shot. They just changed her face, her smile. And again, this is the problem. The truth is, what I want to do is have a probability creator, because I also don't want to make 30 pages, for each idea. I want to start out with the one that has the most likelihood of working. Try that for 25 videos. There's 30 videos. I will post one video a day for a month and see what happens. Then I could do that for multiple ideas or the same idea. I could do 30 for one looking influencer, 30 for another looking influencer, see what that does. Then the thing is, creating these pages is also, these social media companies, they know people are doing this now. So when you spin up a new page, they want to see history. They want to see you liking things. They want to know that you're not a bot. But eventually they're all going to have to give in. This is happening, It's going to be a thing. AI slop is here to stay. But truthfully, it's not. Doesn't look bad. This looks pretty real, and the video pretty good. Okay, so they made her a white woman. Okay. Very similar to that one, blue blazer. Little techie looking. That's cool. That's actually cool. I like that look. Like TEDx. Okay, can't see her there. She looks the same, this one, though, I think. Kinda, right? Kinda looks the same, I would say. Nah, that don't look the same. Right? That don't look the same. Some do look the same. So let's say we're gonna save this as character. Confirm save. Damn, should have changed her name. Okay, so now we got Anya Vance, Anya Vance, and Anya Sharma. Didn't make the second image, so that's a problem. Let's go to Anya Vance and see if we can create the first render of her. And I'm going to tell it what's the problem was. Okay, so I pressed lock look and it made another image, but it made her smile only. That was the only change. Then I pressed render again and nothing happened. And then I made a new character right now and I'm waiting to see that render. This looks different though. She looks more like a model here than I think she looked here. Maybe not. I don't know. But she looks more like a high fashion model here. Kind of like unrealistic to use as a influencer. I don't know. It's like not on brand, I think. But again, what do I know? Let's say use. Right, so we're gonna do character reference, shot reference. Actually, no shot reference. Don't use shot reference. I'm gonna take this off shot reference. All right, let me make another render. And I don't think the other image ever came, right? Oh, it's working on this. So, okay. Let's create 8 new concepts. Okay, it's working. It's doing something. Yeah, turning off the server. Restarting the server. Something just happened with my whisper. So yeah, I mean, this is the fun. I mean, this is pretty cool. It's fun to do. Like at the end of the day, I did this before. Like what this would be is us looking through model pictures. Oh, I like the way that one looks. I think she will look good in this environment for this commercial. Let's see if she's available. Okay, if she's not available, I like this one. Bring them in. Let's have them read the script. See if, because just because they look good don't mean they can act. Okay, bring them in. Okay, they did a good shot test. Let's look at the shot test. Yeah, she did really good. Let's use her. Show them to the client. Client says, yes, we like her. Okay, here's the script, here's the person, here's the wardrobe, here's the location, sign off, pay us more, right? All that time and money. Now, boop. What does that mean for jobs? Yeah. You're seeing what I'm seeing. There's a lot of people being fed. Same exact shot again. Just her arm is down. All right, let's see if this fixes here. And let's do it with this one too. Ah, you can only do one at a time in this. So like this one, again, I didn't question it because what I did do differently with this guy when I first started was I asked ChatGPT, what do you think an ideal customer persona of an electrician owner would mostly watch, right? So it gave me the prompt for this guy. I tried it. I was like, all right, let's do it. So then I went into the creator. I created the video. Again, I haven't tested any of this yet. I'm about to. I'm setting up the website and everything, right? Because you gotta have what's called a lead magnet. So I'm gonna start making lead magnets too. I'm gonna automate making and adjusting lead magnets. Because that's a huge deal with getting business. And again, if you don't know about that, just keep following along. I'm gonna keep trying to make AI that makes money. If you're watching this, please like, subscribe, share this with anybody else you know building something, because they're all gonna reach here. Trust me. You're going to need to create lead magnets, content to same thing. All right, so maybe I just gotta keep bothering ChatGPT. Oh, this is Claude. This was Claude. I'll try one more time. Oh, I took off the thing. Yeah, so let's see if this one fixes it. If it doesn't, I'll keep rocking on it and come back and show you guys. She's just different hand. Okay, with the girl Sharma. Closer up. No smile. Smile. Just very subtle. Not enough. But the truth is, I could use this. Truthfully, I can say, all right, now let's make a video with this one. Use as video source. And here's what she's going to say. Create video. Right? Because if it is the same clip, if it's the same 15 seconds, I could take, you know what, let's do that. I'm just going to make this whole thing and I'll show you. Let's just finish it. And I'll keep out. So I'm going to do this one. Then I'm going to do this one. And we're going to see how each of those clips look. And I can just put that one out. Literally. And the truth is, you can create a page that just has random stuff on it and see which videos pop. And then once you see those videos pop, you can say, okay, this look is getting more views. Let me take this look, make their own page. There's people that do stuff like that too. That's where I'm going to learn. I'm going to like see what's the best thing to do and try doing it. You know, that's all you could do. Okay, so it finished.
But they pay their phone bill every month.
Okay, there you go, right? So we got 2 shots.
Most people don't invest at all. But they pay their phone bill every month. And
All right. So now we're going to take another shot where she looks a little different. I'm going to take this one, use this one as video source, and we're going to take this next line, and we're going to take the same, and we're going to try it. And then we're going to take the last line, and I'm going to give it to, I think I already used this, right? I'm going to use this one. I think I may have already used that, but let's see. So right here, we might have made a video today. Let's see. You might come across this on YouTube or Twitter and everywhere. Like, okay.
what if that same bill built your future too? Most people don't invest at all. What if that
I wanted to make sure the voice sounded the same.
Found helps you invest about $1,000 a year without changing your life?
Ah, it doesn't know how to say phone. All right, I could change that though. I could change that. Found. I just gotta make it say phone. Found. That's funny. That's true. People might see it like that. So how much have I spent so far? Let's see. $350. Video's almost done at $350. Let's see if after it's done it goes up. Still less than $5 one video. Told you. All right, this is the last one right here.
Phone helps you invest about $1,000 a year without changing your life. Phone helps you invest about $1,000 a year without changing your life.
So there you go. That's the video. Started from first.
Most people don't invest at all. But they pay their phone bill every month. And what if that same bill built your future too? Phone helps you invest about $1,000 a year without changing your life.
Boom. There you go. One live show, created an influencer, created a video. You might find online somewhere. Thank you for watching. If you like, subscribe. If you want to learn how to build AI that makes money, join my free community. Link is in the description. See you tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern. Thank you.